Hello. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you are already a subscriber. It's been a minute since I've done a plan with me. So today we're gonna do a real-time plan with me for the week of December the 9th through the 15th. I'm using this super pretty washi tape from Coffee Monster Co. I ripped it in half. It's like a 1 inch. So it's a little bit wider. So I've got one at the top and one at the bottom as far as that goes. I am going to be using my TWSBI Echo in the extra fine. So I'm very excited about that. And it is inked up with, of course, Coffee Monster Co. ink. It is the brown, just classic Coffee Monster Co. ink. So what I would really like to do to add like a little splotch of green, I think I'm gonna try to hand letter. I feel like I may or may not regret this because it's been a hot minute. And if you can hear Banks eating down below me, sorry about that. I actually really like that. I don't hate it. Okay, so we've got habits written out like that. I'm going to try to use a lot of tiny icons this week. Of course, I don't like it. It's there. I think it looks fine. Okay, so as far as tiny icons go for my habits, I think what I want to use are my vitamins and my meds, my steps, I really feel conflicted on the last one. So I think what I'm gonna do is where did it go? My little timer. So if you guys have hung out for a little while, then you'll know I have this little thing that I do. It's called 10-minute, it's like a 10-minute task. So I just write 10 minutes. And what it is it's meant to be 10 minutes devoted to maybe a larger project. I'm so sorry because I might sneeze. I'm starting to kind of like, excuse me, not feel super great. I think it was just honestly because so much of last week was just hard going, guys. Like it really was. So I was literally at home 2 nights last week, and the week before that was pretty chaotic too because my mom was having surgery and ended up staying longer than expected. So overall, not like the smoothest last few weeks. So I think I'm just kind of starting to feel the effects. Luckily, I think I'm kind of rounding a corner on the chaos. I mean, I say that and then watch everything go to hell in a handbasket, but I think this week I really just want to focus on some like self-care and getting back on track with some things. So I probably could have scooched all this over just a little bit, but that's okay. I kind of don't want to take it to the edge. I think I actually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1, 2. Perfect. Just to pull that green over a little bit, I think would be really nice. So this morning, I really wanted to focus on getting tidy around the apartment. I'm actually gonna take this up pretty high. Normally I would kind of leave some space. I'm just gonna put tidy apartment because that's really what I've tended to the most. Like just, and I'm gonna put bread It is so cold that my bread took almost 18 hours for its first rise, and it's now in the pan and it's gonna rise all day. And then I'll bake it this afternoon. I made soup yesterday, so I'm actually going to gift some of it out both to my mom and a resident here at my apartment complex that is getting ready to move. So just kind of spreading that love around a little bit. I am going to start my water tracker here. I have already had 2 glasses of water, so that's really good. We're kind of back on track there. So I worked on tidying the apartment, bread, and I'm gonna put film plan with me. And then I am getting ready to leave for the office. So I'm going to do a new icon. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna do a little icon for work. And then I want to do I was just like looking at my work test to see what order I want to put this in. So I want to start with Jackson, which right now is like a massive situation. It's just like morphed into something it didn't need to be, go figure. Greenwood, which is very involved. Ullen Gren, and hopefully that will wrap up today. There's 2 tasks on here. I'm not 1,000% sure what is going on. And then I did actually put this a little bit farther over than I would have wanted. I would have liked to have these more in line, like these more in line with that, but that's okay. Next, I want to use a little journal, little notebook icon. I want to do December to November to Jan, because I would like to start setting up for January. I also want to scan my receipts. I'll probably take lunch and scan them. And then I do want to use another clock, because I don't know that I have one that's like more applicable, I guess is the right word. My original plan, yeah, I'm just gonna use the clock when I find him again. I originally planned to go to my mom's after work today so that I could really enjoy like a full remote day without having to go anywhere tomorrow, but I don't think that that's gonna happen, unfortunately, and that's all because of bread. Because I was gonna take her soup and bread, and I can't just, she's 40 minutes away. I'm not gonna like drive over there 40,000 times, so I'm just gonna try to shoot over there at some point, like tomorrow. and figure that out. And then I have an appointment with April at 1:30. So Filbert with a at 1:30 p.m. And then that will take us to 2:30. And so it'll really just be time to check in with work, like anything that's still ongoing with that. If I need to, anything else that's popped up. And so I want to leave a little bit of room for that. I'm going to let this dry. And I think I am going to just write it in black because historically this does not write really well. Or maybe I'll do it in red, like I think to give it a little bit of pop. I did this before. I'm gonna do, oh, I don't love that. Okay, it's okay. I'm just gonna let it ride. I'm gonna let these dry, but I watched Genie, which is a Christmas movie, this morning while I drank my coffee and tried to like tidy up some things and update some planners. That was the other thing I didn't write down, was update planners, but maybe I do I think I'm just gonna write that in then. I got ink on me. Par for the course. Okay, that is where I'm going to leave you for today. And I will check back in. Like I said, I'm not really sure where my afternoon's going to take me beyond that point for right now. I know that I definitely want to try to work out in the morning and just kind of get back into the swing of things. So that's good. I'll be filling in this after it dries. I might do some tests to see what pen works best. I now kind of wish that maybe I had just used like a label for those things, but I've been listening to Children of the Watch podcast, catching up on that. And then I've also been, I watched Genie. So I'm sure I'll watch some more Christmas movies when I get home. So I want to leave a little bit of space for that as well, but definitely tracking my water in that 2 o'clock mark. I'm going to go back and fill those in with initials. And I think we're off to a good start. All right, check in with you guys soon. Okay, it is Tuesday, about mid-afternoon, and I have been remote today. I'm super excited about it. So the first thing I want to do is let's update the habit tracker. We're just going to work right to left and keep it super smooth. So as far as vitamins and medicine, I have taken it for both days. I did my 10-minute task yesterday, but I did not hit my step goal. I haven't done my 10-minute thing today or hit my step goal yet, but I am going to try to go on a run. I do like this little pop of red, so I'm glad about that. I did fill in all of the days with just my black Energel Clina in 0.4. And now that these have dried, I'm going to write in Genie, that was the movie I watched, and then I'm gonna do COTW, which is Children of the Watch. I really don't love that W, but we're gonna leave it there. And then I'm gonna do Ghosts of, I don't know if it'll all fit. Ghosts of, I think I can try to make it fit on this one. I watched Ghosts of Girlfriends Past last night, and then just to kind of get the ball rolling, I'm just gonna put it on 2. I did do Jingle Jangle and Noel, and I will watch another Christmas movie. I just don't know what I want to pick yet. I don't know that I'm ready for like a full-on marathon status, but I don't know that I'm ready. Like when I say marathon, I mean like Home Alone or the Santa Claus. Like I'll watch all of them in a batch. I'm leaning towards Muppet Christmas Carol just because this is going to sound really funny. I try to do kind of a Christmas Carol story, like one a day. So there's like Muppet Christmas Carol, there's the FX Christmas Carol. To me, Ghost of Girlfriends Past is definitely a version of Christmas Carol. Like I try to do something in that pathway because there's so many of them. If you have not watched Genie or Noelle, I highly recommend them. I think they are just fantastic movies. I'm in the mood to watch like more updated ones like Candy Cane Lane maybe. I love Something from Tiffany's. I think that's what the name of it is. I'm so sorry, my nose is running like crazy today. But lots of cute movies. I do have here, if you need to screenshot a list, here is a really extensive list of movies that you can watch during the holiday, and this isn't even like the half of them out there. If you've got one on your list that's not on mine, please let me know. I would be happy to review it and pop in my thoughts on the channel. So I did take care of Jackson and Greenwood yesterday, as well as Ollengren and Johnston. I did not get to work on anything in my planner. I did scan my receipts, and I did have Filbert with April at 1:30. And then I did work on updating some planners. I actually opted to just come straight home and work on the bread and dinners and tidying the apartment a little bit. Like I really just kept it really low key. I don't know why I'm kind of struggling to hold my pen for some reason. So I finished the loaf I started in the morning, and then start second loaf. So I kind of talked about this yesterday, that I think I did anyway. I need to get my tiny icon. My focaccia is taking a lot longer to rise. So typically I would do, I don't know, maybe about an 8 hour, like normally 8 hours is how long I let my first rise go. And then the second rise, about the same amount of time. And right now they're taking anywhere from 18 to 12. So that's quite a big increase. The second loaf is on the second rise, and I'm calling it quits after that for right now. I'm just happy that I got the chance to use some of my starter. I'm so sorry about the noise outside. I opted not to work out yesterday. I don't love the accuracy of my Monday right there. I got up and really started to just tidy the apartment, to be honest, because it's kind of a wreck. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do a little card here in a second. So, okay. I'm gonna do this. Tidy apartment. I'm gonna do kitchen. Ooh. And then about that time, I decided that I was gonna go ahead and head out and go to my mom's to take her soup and bread now that it was done. But she waited until I got there, or like was on the way, really, almost. I was almost there to be like, hey, can you go get the bunnies a banana? I was like, oh, Mom. So I did. But it just took more time than I estimated. And there was nothing that I really needed at Walmart, but and then I am actually gonna pass on Target. Today I do need to go get some detergent and a shower liner and things like that, but it's not life or death. And I am really trying right now, like especially in this week. Here, I'll zoom you guys in a little bit since we're working kind of close. I think right now I'm kind of in that space of where, you know what would have been cute is if I would have put the habit. I can fix that. Actually, we're not that far into this, and I think it would match. I think it would be really cute and kind of be on theme with the habits to do this in red. And I did actually do pretty good on my water yesterday. 2, 4, 6. I don't think I finished it though. Did I? No, I think I almost finished though. And then today I've already done 4. Sorry. I like that like red pop somewhere else. That's nice. One thing that I always tell people to do when I feel like they're really, really stressed out, whether it's me or someone I care about or just someone random who's like, oh my God, I have all these things to do. The very first thing I'm like, brain dump is number one, a really great thing. But number one, what is one thing that you can stop like record scratch, stop everything you're doing right this second. I know like I'm going to use myself as the example. So I need to go to Target and get those things. Okay, I need to go get those things because I want to do laundry and I want to clean my bathroom. Okay. But in all honesty, the things that I want to wash are things like bedding that take several hours. And at this point, it's 3:00 in the afternoon. By the time I go and come back, I'm really starting to roll the dice with having all of the linens washed and cleaned and back on the bed by bedtime without exhausting myself. But I also have to babysit them a good bit. I really need to focus on content today, mainly because I need to get my upload ready for tomorrow and then start working on stuff for Sunday in case the orders that are in transit do not make it here to be available for that. Like that's what my brain starts thinking is like, okay, so it's going to take me, an hour plus a little maybe to go to Target and back because I do have a Target tendency to wonder, don't we all, especially this time of year. But I'm going to be trying to race the clock to get back because it's still during work hours. I want to make sure I'm available. Like all of these things are running through my head. So in my brain, I'm thinking, all right, instead of taking that time, why don't I film this video, check my work stuff, make sure it's okay, go do a run, check my work stuff, make sure it's okay, then film content so that upload is ready to go for tomorrow so that I'm not thinking about that. I know I'm going to Jeff's tomorrow night after work, so I'm not going to continue laundry into that. Thursday, I'm at the office, not going to be doing laundry then. So what that tells me is that I can stop at Target on Thursday and maybe flesh out a list that's a little bit more comprehensive than 2 items to make it worth my while. Maybe see if there's some Christmas things or stocking stuffers I'd like to pick up. Maybe look at my wrapping situation because I usually get my wrapping materials from Target. So like those things like make my time work for me. And like I really want to get a workout in. It's been like 2 weeks since I've had a workout. So I'm just saying like this is just something in a very crazy holiday season that I hope brings you a little bit of comfort. And there we go. That's my thoughts on the matter. I'm going to keep that out. And I know. I need this little jacket guy. Okay, because we're doing a tiny icon week. So we've got a laptop. So I am going to do Filbert Williams Nothing's happening with Greenwood. I've read all the updates on Jackson, but nothing needed to be done. I feel like I'm missing some stuff. So I'm just gonna do RT at this point because I finished everything on my list. So I'm not too particular at this point about it. I do want to write in ghosts of girl friends past. And then over here, I'm gonna write in Noel and Jingle, Jingle. And like I said, I don't know what I want to watch next. So, what I want to do at this point, oh, I should have done a spray bottle for tidying kitchen, actually. Okay. It's gonna like make me want to cry, but I am gonna go do a 30-minute run. I haven't worked out in a very hot minute, and I'm very nervous that it's gonna hurt and I'm not gonna feel good, so fingers crossed that that goes a little bit better for me than I think it's going to at this point. And then I want to use, so my 10-minute task yesterday was my personal emails. My 10-minute task today is going to be, okay, is the closet because it is a tragedy. And then I want to do a vacuum task as well. I am going to do a video. I want to film and post my 2025 weeks setup. The other thing that I have been working on is updating my planners today, and I think that is going to do it really. I've got to make some sides for dinner tonight, but I think that's kind of the bulk of it. I do need to pack an overnight bag. I don't think I'm gonna be heading out early or anything tomorrow. Why am I packing up all my icons? And let me see if I have like, definitely I'm gonna want, oh, the coffee mug. That's perfect. Okay, I'll explain that in a second. Okay, I'm not going to be really working on anything in the morning other than tidying the apartment. I might film. So I throw that in there every day too, so I really don't feel like that's saying too much. So I'm going to do tidy apartment And then I'm going to leave space until this little okay. Okay. So it's not. I'm gonna do from 11 to 1, 2, 3. Client, Xmas. What is happening? a.m. to 3 p.m. is our client event. Like I said before, I will leave work and go straight to Jeff's. So there's that. I'm gonna be at the office by myself on Thursday. I'll feed Banks before I go. So we're gonna do tidy apartment and feed Banks up here. I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit and then I'm gonna draw a line between the two. There's a few things that I'll wanna do in the morning, like check red tail, set up for the event, that kind of thing, but I'm gonna leave that space for now. I've got kind of the basics down from here. And then I want to I'll fill this in. Most likely, I'll zoom us back out now. Oh, that might have been too far. I'm so sorry. This is not flattering for the camera. I'm so sorry. Okay, hopefully it'll stop shaking in a minute. But I hope this gives you guys a good little picture of kind of what's going on and what to expect over the next few days. So far, what I love the little pop of red in both places. I don't love that I can't really write in my fountain pen on top of the tombos for some reason. Like, that's kind of inconvenient. I love this tiny icon look. I definitely think that's something I'm going to continue to carry over. I'm still struggling with like how to do my watching situation. I don't know if I do that here, if I should do that more on my daily spread. I don't really know how I feel about that. I don't love the black ink and the brown ink, and I think if it was a little bit more cohesive I'd feel differently. But I love the rip washi, I love the little pop of red, I love the tiny icon. So there's still lots to love. Like I said, I'm going to connect these two little dots. The next time we check in together, we'll have a little bit to check off. We'll insert some things in these blocks. I have a feeling that after the event, I'm just gonna work on some journaling. I know I'm gonna get to hopefully catch up a good bit on Thursday while I have the office to myself and just a little bit quieter. I do also really like how clean this bar looks kind of in comparison to that. But yeah, so I'm gonna work on getting after it, but until I see you on Thursday morning, I hope everyone's taking care and staying warm and dry. It's a little rainy and gross here. All right, see you soon. All right, so it is Thursday evening and we have a good bit that we can fill in. I am really close to my steps. You'll notice I went ahead and already checked off my other habits, and I've been keeping up with my water tracker. I am really, I have to be really situationally aware when it comes to habits and specifically my water, because I will definitely forget versus like something like this I will remember, but I will lose track of water and things like that pretty easily. So I am going to also go ahead and do a bar for Elf, and then I'm gonna also do a bar for Fred Claus, which is what I'm gonna watch. And I need to do a bar right here for Wonka. I love how I just got done saying, hey, I don't remember how much water I drank, but here I can tell you all the content I consumed. Isn't it the way? All right, so I did do my 30-minute run, and I did work on my 10-minute closet project. I did not vacuum, and I did not end up filming this video until the following morning, but I did work on updating my planners. I ended up having to cook dinner, so there was that. I'm gonna let those keep drying. I did tidy the apartment. Not up all the way. Wednesday was ridiculously clunky though. I do need my ruler or a ruler. I'm just gonna use one in my stash that just happens. It's not my fancy gold one, but it's out and it's accessible. Okay. For that event, and I'm gonna let that dry for a minute. I don't know. I did my nails. I don't think they were done when I filmed last time. I use Glamnetics, at least I'm experimenting with them. These are just the traditional like little white tips. I quite like them. Let's see. Want to film icon. I did not do a 10-minute activity yesterday, but I did do one today. Let's just focus on one day at a time, shall we? All right. And then use one of those. I actually kind of wish I had a mini icon that's a credit card, but I'm not letting myself buy one yet because I have like the larger versions that I haven't used, but I can just use like $1 for that. Okay. So Wednesday was rather clunky because I left a little early to get to the office and got there and started setting up for the event, and then I went to start getting actually like myself ready, not just the office, and realized I left my foundation at home and I had to drive all the way back to get it. And even though my apartment isn't super far, that was massively inconvenient. So there was that, but I did film and post 25 Hobo weeks set up. This is a lot of space for that. I definitely did not take multiple hours. I have to work on shortening some of these for sure. And then I want to use a little cursor. I probably should have gotten out my tweezers before I invested in this. But yeah. Oh. Okay. And then I'm gonna say Red Tail and Jackson. I feel like there might have been something else that I worked on, but I don't think so. I think it was Jackson, and it was like later in the afternoon. Yeah. And then I was able to save her, Chase. I feel like I did one more. I just had to look in on a few accounts, and I think I did Ashley's this morning. I need to like just circle back and make sure on some of these where I left off, because I feel like I did some cards today and some cards yesterday, and I just want to be really precise about that. And they're on a completely separate piece of paper naturally. Just some like account management stuff that I needed to do on some accounts. And then I also went to Jeff's, and then I didn't really have much time to tidy the apartment this morning, but I have been working on it this afternoon for sure. And I definitely fed the cat. And then I headed, do I have a little grocery? I don't want to use the grocery icon. I did go, oh, I know. I got gas and I went to Kroger on my way in. And then another little cursor. I actually could have used, oh gosh, a phone, because that was definitely more of today than normal. And I'm actually going to consult my handy dandy list from today. Okay. Our scans were out, so I was actually not able to work on Jackson. I did get to work on Belcher. That was pretty easy. Then I did handle allocations. I am actually babysitting my old position for 2 days while Sarah is out, which is absolutely no issue at all and has been kind of nice, honestly. I did everything that I could with Ollengren. And then I had a meeting with a and I'm just going to put BCM because we basically had a meeting about the meetings that we had last week and just kind of talked through that and just kind of next steps. So I found out that I will be going to Nashville in March with her, which is exciting, but it's also a little bit stressful because I kind of have to make sure that my house is ready and that I have people to sit for the house and the child, my cat, and my child is my cat, just to be abundantly clear there. But yeah, I'm excited to be going. I really am excited to just kind of like get back to work trips and enjoying that. So that has been particularly nice to look forward to. I am going to save my little planner one off to the side. That's I could use this for planner stuff too, technically, but I'm not gonna do a film icon. I'm not working out today. I'm not doing laundry today. Hopefully tomorrow my 10-minute task can be here. No working out. I don't know that I can use any other icons. I need to do some meal planning, that's for darn sure. Maybe I can fit that in here in a minute. I think I'm struggling with what to do with my afternoon. I say afternoon, but I'm literally filming this at 7, and I am definitely in bed early kind of person because I wake up insanely early. Just naturally. My 10-minute thing today. I really don't love that there. Okay, nope. I'm gonna rip something or something bad is gonna happen. So it lives there now. It's okay. And I did it very early this morning. 10-minute. That's my Gmail account. I just don't like how much, like it literally takes up like 2 full hours on the calendar block, but it didn't actually take 2 hours, obviously. And then, and I could have written red tail. Honestly, my workload is pretty light right now because it's end of the year and it's holiday, and we didn't inundate ourselves with a bunch of stuff. So that was super helpful. Let's see. Okay. Update planners. Then I can check off film plan with me. Update week's upload, which was the upload I did yesterday. I needed to put the information for the Bees to Keep designs. So I put that in there. So my referral code in there for that. And then I did a post TCMC. So there's that. And then I think that's it. Just kind of double, triple checking that. I just kind of did like a brain dump style today. Okay. I don't know what I want to do for this afternoon. I'm really like just kind of crashing a little bit. So I think I'm gonna like just leave it alone for the night, honestly. And I finished scanning all the receipts at the office. I think I just want to keep tidying up instead of doing like a planner thing per se. I did take all of the recycling. I did put out the trash. Oh, I know I didn't. Still not gonna vacuum. I'm gonna try to save that for in the morning. So that's gonna be that. I might do a little bit of the meal planning. It's just a really extensive meal plan because what I want to do is meal plan for basically from now until like the end of the year probably. But there's also like a soup cook-off thing party that I'm gonna go to, and then there's also gifts that I'm gonna cook and make. So there's that. So I think what I want to do is this. I want to handle the meal planning and a workout pretty early in the day. And yeah. And I know it's going to take a very, very long time to get it all mapped out and like figure out what's going to work. I'm just gonna put meal plan, and I'm gonna write Target because I definitely need to go to Target, but I'm not gonna consider that groceries. Like I'll probably get some groceries there, but not everything. Next, I want to put down a sneaker for my run. I don't know what kind of run I want to do yet, if I want to go for my long one or do another 30-minute. I think it would be smart to do another 30-minute, but I could wake up and feel amazing, so I don't want to cut myself off at the knees there. So I'm just gonna like leave that space blank, and I can either do 3-mile run and take up that whole space, but that's kind of the vision there. And then I would like to I want to use a tiny laptop for work, but I don't necessarily know everything that's coming down the pike. And like I said, I'm on phones tomorrow because my coworker is out. So I am going to be doing some cleaning around the house, and I'm also going to be doing my 10-minute task, which is probably going to be the closet, and I'll be working on some planner things. I just don't necessarily know how long my work list is going to be, so I don't want to make that too complicated on myself and not leave enough space. So it'll be almost retroactive planning of it when we get to that point. So those are all my tiny icons. I love it. I have a love-hate with a tiny icon week. I love that everything is like in one kit, but I also miss, like, I wish I had my credit card thing for that. And I definitely will have to pop in the credit card thing on this side. I want to say I did Savor Chase and then did Ashley's here. Or maybe I did it in the app here. I'll have emails about it and I'll be able to put it in the right spot. So no stress, and doesn't matter to you at all. Okay, so I had the Wonka soundtrack stuck in my head. And so I had to watch Wonka. And then I ended, ink. Did I get it on anything important? Gracious. Okay, quickly. I'm so glad I didn't get in that. Wow, that could have been so upsetting if I had it on my tie-dye Spirit jersey. That was crazy. And a little wild, because normally that doesn't happen with this pen. It's been pretty good. I haven't had anything like that happen. Okay, that was weird. Super weird. Now it's just on my finger, which is fine because it'll come off. Oh, and it did get there a little bit, but that's okay. We can live with that. I'm gonna put this underneath to extend out my reachability. Wednesday, I watched Elf. That is horrible. We started kind of watching National Lampoon, but fell asleep super quick, so I'm not counting it like at all. I would love to rewatch that in its entirety. And then I am going to start Fred Claus whenever I finish this video. So that's gonna be my Christmas movie today. I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. I know I've kind of hinted at that a few times now. I'm just trying to be really flexible because when I'm on the phones, or when I've been on the phones in the past, like, you can try to plan to get all the things in the world done, and then all hell's gonna break loose. So I'm just trying, I don't want to set myself up for failure. Like, there's a lot that I'd like to do, but the main thing that I really want to get done is I want to work out, I want to go to Target, and I want to meal plan. Everything else, you know, I can start cleaning here, I can clean here, I can clean here. Like, I have some room, and I'm also off on Monday. So I took a PTO to wrap up holiday shopping and things and getting everything wrapped and set up under the tree. So that is where I'm going to leave you at for right now. I feel like we're in a good place, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Happy Friday! I'm so excited right now. So I am going to go ahead and put in a few swatches. So I listened to Children of the Watch this day, and this day, and this day. And I have not listened to it today yet, but I think I'm going to. I did continue watching Fred Claus today, Children of the Watch here, and then I am going to go ahead and put in a swatch, 2 swatches actually. We'll do a nice, lovely little movie night. We're gonna let all of those dry. Also, throw in our water. I have not taken my vitamins, done my 10-minute task, or completed my steps yet. I haven't done my run, and I haven't gone to Target. It's been a very busy morning. So I am going to mark off Greenwood because it is how I started the day. Then I worked with Belcher, and I'm not 100% finished with that necessarily, but my portion of it is done. I am working on Ollengren, and that will be the majority of my day because it is an Aspida app. So I'm going to be working on that. And I feel like that's just going to be it for the rest of the day, really. So it takes many hours and a very long time. I've realized that that's kind of the same thing. I am going to probably just place an order through Target to do a pickup. Or I might even just have the whole thing delivered now that I think about it, because I don't think that there's any reason I need to physically go pick any of these items up. But I started meal planning. I'm doing really good. I now need to break it out into lists. I think it's been a minute since I've shown one on screen. I think so. I will try to clean it up and show you a couple of different iterations of it, because my meal plans are really crazy. I typically only do a big crazy meal plan whenever things are insane. So in this particular case, I am going to be taking Christmas lunch or early dinner, late lunch to my mom for the 23rd. Jeff and I will need something to eat in between the family gatherings, so that will carry over. So I have to make sure it's enough for basically several meals. Cook something for his family's get together, which is always stuffed mushrooms, but I think I might want to do a salted caramel pretzel bread pudding. I am also cooking for Yule, which is next Saturday. It's winter solstice. We have a soup cook-off thing that we're gonna do at Justin's house on the 28th, I believe. And then thinking about New Year's. So what I like to do is when I know I'm gonna have a bunch of like big event cookings, I kind of like batch. So sometimes if I can not buy so many ingredients or whatever, but then I will separate it. I'll meal plan. This is what I'm gonna cook. Then I break it out into, these are the ingredients I actually need. Like I check my house and make sure I don't have stuff, all that. And then I take all the ingredients and I break them out into the different grocery stores because I like different products from different grocery stores. Or it might be cheaper somewhere else. So I really would like to show you guys that. And so I'm continuing to work on that plan. It may even carry over into tomorrow, like the grocery list side, but I have at least started it. I do still want to go on a run as well. So I'm gonna do a little check for Creep Muss Slutty Brownies. So slutty brownies are when you take a sugar cookie, like the printed ones. In this particular case, I had some of the, I'll show you what they are because I just threw them out the packaging, as long as it's not super gross. I had some of these like left over in my freezer, and so I put these at the bottom, and then you put an Oreo on top of that. So you put them in a cupcake pan, you put your liner in, you put the sugar cookie in, then you put an Oreo on top. So because the cookies are spooky, I used the holiday Oreos that have the red filling, and then you do just whatever brownie mix that you want on top. I did the Betty Crocker fudge this time. Normally I do Ghirardelli. I am officially using Betty Crocker moving forward because it's about half the price and you do not notice a difference with this particular recipe. There's other recipes you do. You put them in the oven at 350 for about, I would say like 22 minutes is like the sweet spot. Let them cool. I slightly burned my mouth a little bit because I couldn't wait. They're so good, especially if you pull them at like 21 and let them just kind of slowly cool down, because then they still kind of, if you are a person who likes like cookie dough or you like things a little bit not underdone, but you know what I mean? So good. But I made them Creep Miss, so they're spooky and they're holiday because today is Friday the 13th. So I'm gonna fill in COTW, and then I'm gonna write Fred Claus. I should have done this from the top, but that's okay. I am super nervous now because I think I'm gonna smudge it. So I'm gonna do that and just cover it and do COTW. I am then going to write Silent Night and Krampus. So I'm gonna watch scary Christmas movies today, which I think is a fantastic idea. Make some popcorn, make some cocoa, have some slutty brownies, have a completely wonderful trashy dinner. I am, like I said, still planning on running. I don't know that I'm gonna do any running around outside of the house because honestly, today has had way more going on with it than I assumed. So if I have any kind of energy whatsoever to go do things, it's going to be to go run and to do some very serious house cleaning. So I am looking for my laundry basket. So I'm gonna do that. also going to adjust something on my computer so that it stops beeping. So once I finish this video, I'm going to start doing some laundry and run the dishwasher. So I figured right now was like a good break point, and then I'm gonna listen to my podcast. Y'all, I'm gonna listen to my podcast while I continue to work on this app. So I'm gonna do that's a very weird L. Laundry, linens, and bedroom, and vacuum, I'm gonna do a little drop down to do tidy apartment, which I do realize like classifies into here, and then I'm gonna do dishwasher there. I think that's gonna handle a lot of the cleaning for today, and then I'm gonna try to do like more like spray bottle related, like actual deep down cleaning, like the bathroom and stuff like that, I think tomorrow, so I can get up and after it. I do want to work on some content and some crafty things later. Where is gonna do this? A little money thing. So I'm gonna do Avant, and then I'm gonna do any other bills, but Avant is like pressing, so I'm gonna put that down. I'm not gonna write my 10-minute task down like I have in some places. I didn't do it every day. But I am going to make my 10-minute task the closet because it really needs it, and that's such a great project for me to do with the podcast rolling. So I think that is what is next. So I want to do HC 2025. I want to work on the setup for that, and then I do want to do just like 2 pages for December, like just to have some creativity. I think I was trying to see if I wrote down, I think it's week 7 that I need to start prepping, because I would honestly really like to film that, but I can't remember. I think it's 7, not 8. So I'm gonna leave it blank so I don't mess up. But I think that, like, judging by what all is going on here, I think that's all I'm really gonna have time for. I may end up, there's an order that's supposed to come tomorrow that may be the upload on Sunday. I have a backup if it's not. So I'm kind of holding for that as well. So I think that is kind of where I want to focus all my attention on today. I feel like that is way more than enough. And yeah, getting my Target order in, I think will be fine. So when we check in with each other next, I might do a little check-in this afternoon and just write in how long my run was, check some things off, or it might be tomorrow morning. So we'll see. I'm also trying to be really flexible over the next few days and not pre-plan too much, because Jeff is supposed to be moving some stuff between storage units tomorrow at some point, but I'm not sure on when. And then depending on where that is and how he gets that worked out depends on when I'm going out there on Sunday. So this is where I'm gonna leave it. I hope you guys all had a wonderful, spooky, merry Friday the 13th. Check in with you guys soon. All right, so it is midday on Saturday, and we can go ahead and do some updates. Like I said, I am trying to be very fluid this particular weekend because there's kind of a bit going on with Jeff. So I just really want to make sure that we can work around that easily. Like I said, I worked on the meal plan. I'm actually going to show you what I was talking about with like kind of the confusing way I do this, but it just works for me. So this is if I don't cap this, it's going to be a pain in the butt to write with in a minute. Christmas Eve, Yule, Unger Christmas, Soup Day, New Year's Eve, some kind of bake for Christmas morning, Christmas Day, or both, making very sloppy notes, Grinch breakfast possibility, like everything extra, all that. And then what I do is I break all that down into big, giant, massive grocery list. And you'll see lots of little question marks where it's like, given everything, I may run out of vanilla. Like that could happen where I might need it at some point. So maybe pick that up at a certain stage. I also put lots of measurements, like chicken broth measurements across the board, so that like, and you'll see heavy cream multiple times, so that I know, like, instead of buying like a small one, go ahead and buy like the big, like half gallon, because I go through freaking apparently heavy whipping cream like a loon this time of year. Things will be crossed out where I was like, maybe I want to do that. And then I was like, ooh, maybe I don't want to do that. Like here, I was thinking about doing this, like, it's like a potato, I don't know how you would describe it. It's like I can't remember what the recipe called it. It was like a smashed potato salad type of thing. And you take tater tots, you like par bake them, and then you smash them, and then you continue baking them so they're super crispy. And I was like, that sounds really good, because I'm a huge hash brown fan. But I was like, I don't know that that really is gonna go with anything or make sense. It's just something I want to try. This is maybe like, this is more seasonal, like kind of back away from that. Then I started trying to write down all the ingredients to make these like molasses gingerbread cookies. Full disclosure, I am like the only person in my group that likes gingerbread cookies, but what I really want to do is make these gingerbread sandwich cookies to put in people's like little bags. And I don't think I'm gonna make a lot of them. Like I think I'm gonna do like one batch maybe and give everybody like two, because I think they would eat them in a small quantity, just not like a whole section of them. Or whole batch, not section. I don't know where that came from, but that's just a random little segue trip that I wanted to show you guys what I was talking about with the meal plan. I did the grocery list this morning, so I'm gonna do grocery list there. That is a really bad X. Okay, I did not place this Target order. I did go, I almost forgot to put an X. I did go on a 30-minute run. I did finish the Ollengren Aspida app. I worked on laundry. I did finish the linens. I did not work on bedroom or vacuum. I ended up doing that today actually, but I did continue cleaning the apartment and finish the dishwasher. So I kind of just moved some tasks around. I paid the Advent, and gracious, I'm so sorry. I live off a highway, so sorry about those fun noises. I did not do any of the planning things. So that's that. There. All right. So I am going to do a swatch for Krampus because I didn't finish it last night. Okay. Little upset about this, not going to lie. I wanted to watch scary movies yesterday, or like Halloween, like esque. So like Nightmare Before Christmas would have been a great pick for yesterday. And I could have put it in the background while I did some cleaning, but what have you. I really wanted to sit down and watch something. I was in the mood. And so I decided to watch Silent Night. I'd never seen it before. It was a new movie to me. I thought it was going to be scary. Keira Knightley's in it, the actor from Jojo Rabbit, who I love every actor in Jojo Rabbit. If you have not watched it, watch it. It is so good. It is so good. It's like one of those movies I have watched and then rewatched like within a very short amount of time. Like, it's so good to me. But he is in it. It is an amazing film. It is very existential crisis-y. So like, it's going to get your brain moving. And then it's different. It is a Christmas movie that is definitely not holly or jolly, but it is not scary necessarily. No jump scary. It's just not scary. So I was a little disappointed about that. And then I watched A Muppet Christmas Carol, but I don't know how many bars it's going to take. A Muppet Christmas Carol. So I took 3. Sorry, that's so much. And then Jeff and I are going to watch Red One later. So I'm going to go ahead and do a bar for that. I love like when I'm on it. And I'm also going to do a bar for Children of the Watch because I will be listening to that while I drive. I feel like this system works, but I also don't love that it's like out of order technically unless I go up from the bottom. I don't know, because most of the time I start my day. I might, in this particular case, I started my day finishing watching Krampus. Then I listened to Children of the Watch for a while. Then I did the Muppet Christmas Carol. So I don't know what to say about that. I did the grocery list. I did some more laundry. I am at a point where I'm gonna have to stop for the day. And then what I want to do is a dumbbell. Because I did a full hourglass workout today. Which was great. My vision for the day is that or 4 workouts. Let's back into it like that. Actually, no, I'll back up to the day. So this morning, knowing that everything has been really fluid, one thing that I have been really focused on, and I think I've mentioned this in a previous video, is that if my day is going to be really fluid, like for instance, I know at some point Jeff was going to be moving, and I knew at some point he would like me to come over, and he is an hour away. So it takes me a minute to like, dependent on it's kind of funny. It depends on the time of day as to what I would pack. Because if, for instance, they finished early, the pod ended up being out there at a good time. They got it all done and finished early, and we're gonna have leftovers for dinner and watch a Christmas movie and hang out and just have a really calm evening. And then tomorrow he's gonna meal prep. We might go to breakfast or lunch or something like that. So in this case, I'm wearing comfy clothes. I'm taking extra comfy clothes in case we don't go out tomorrow. And then I'm also packing a set of clothes like if we end up going out to breakfast or something. So yeah, like that just, and same thing with like all my crafts and things, and the fact that I'm gonna feed Banks midday means I'm gonna be out there most of tomorrow instead of coming home. So it's little things like that that do matter. So going back to the other part where I was saying, I really made sure that I got up and got after it this morning, because I did not want to find myself upset that I didn't get stuff done today. And because of the last few weeks being so chaotic with mom's surgery and he lives there now. With mom's surgery, and the meetings and Thanksgiving, I really wanted to make sure that I focused on mainly a cleaning task and my workout today. So I got the entire bedroom clean. I got everything vacuumed. Well, not everything. So I vacuumed the bedroom, which is the main thing that gets vacuumed. Like there's a rug in here that I could definitely vacuum, but that's not like as pressing. Okay, so my workout and the bedroom, and then I needed to actually call the bank. Because I was dumb and I deposited a check correctly, but in the wrong place for what I needed to do. And so they had to help me with that, which was totally fine and easy. I was hoping to film tomorrow's upload before I left for Jeff's, but I am starting to run short on time. So I think what I'm gonna do, plan with me. If I had not gone to Jeff's, I probably would have focused on content next. Like that would be the next thing. Y'all, fake nails drive me berserk. I'm not gonna lie. I love how that I can like film for long stints without having to worry about my nails, but then it's like a whole to do. All right, I'm gonna find the notebook eventually. I'm very excited because I did end up getting the little Hobonichi cousin planner stickers, even though I could have totally like printed them as well, but not to say that I won't do the free download, but I went ahead and got like a pre-made version, which I really like. Okay, so what I would like to do is to do some HC 2025 prep. I would like to do 2 December pages. I still haven't put the week here. I really think that's all I'm going to be able to do, quite frankly. I'm going to do update planner just because I feel like I need to double check everything. Like I've noticed this, like I might be keeping up with my Hobonichi weeks, but I'm not transferring to like the other spot in here where I track that, or I may not track my steps for a few days appropriately in the front, which thankfully I can grab from another place, but that's my point. I don't want to set up anything for tomorrow yet because I'm not really sure what tomorrow is going to hold. So I think this is where I'm going to leave you as far as that. If I get to add more stuff, I get to add more stuff, like we might go to dinner. So I really just kind of want to leave it open. As far as steps go, I'm about halfway to my steps for the day. I haven't done my supplements and I'm probably not, actually I could do a 10-minute task. I could spend 10 minutes cleaning up my email on my phone. So I might put that in. I'm gonna put this here, and then I do need my other pen. start packing up the car and heading out. I'm gonna do red 1, COTW, a Muppet Christmas Carol, and Krampus. Perfect. Not the best handwriting in all cases, but that is where we are going to cap today. All right, we will wrap this up tomorrow, everybody. See you then. All right, so it is Sunday evening. We are gonna start on the left-hand side and work our way across to the end of the day on Sunday. There's not gonna be too much to update, but we are gonna wrap it up, and I'm actually gonna post this video to go up as my Sunday the 15th upload, which is super rare. And the basic reason is because the package that was supposed to arrive yesterday didn't arrive yesterday. It didn't arrive today. And then my backup plan was to film a new work planner that I was gifted, but I apparently left it at my office, and I'm not going to get it at 6 o'clock at night on a Sunday. So I'm just moving some things around. Normally I'll have things like vlogs and hauls and Project Life and Hobonichi 5-year and things like that on Sunday uploads, and then Wednesdays are strictly kind of like Hobonichi cousin content. Like, I try to kind of keep it that way. May have to do some adjusting in 2025 the way this is going. I am going to hold off on, actually I can do Children of the Watch Bar. I don't actually know what I want to watch as my Christmas movie yet, so I'm just gonna have to see how I feel when I get done with this. But I did take my vitamins. I didn't do my 10-minute activity today or yesterday, and I know I'm not gonna hit my stuff goal today, and I do think I ended up missing it yesterday. So we're gonna move on over. I have already checked in my water for yesterday. Jeff and I ended up doing a whole lot of nothing, which was fantastic. I did a little bit of research for my Hobonichi Cousin 2025, but I didn't really do much else. I updated my planner a touch, and we watched Red 1, which is wonderful. It's on Prime Video for free now, and it's so stinking cute, and we had leftovers and we had treats, so it was just a really lazy evening that gave way to a very lazy morning. It was really great, actually. So he made French press coffee. I did a lot of Hobonichi Cousin research, updated my planner. I also forgot an entire tote bag at my house that had like my main planning stickers in it, so I really couldn't do that much setup and things like that. So it was a whole mess and a half with that. So it is okay, and yeah, it was just a very clunky day in terms of all that. Like, okay, don't get me wrong, it was absolutely wonderful, actually, like having a very relaxing evening and a very relaxing day and just enjoying it with him. We literally listened to Christmas Spotify all day. We didn't watch any TV. He made the French press coffee. I did some, like I said, planner research. Planner research, and then I'm gonna do a little check, because actually all of my planners are updated. And then I think I'm gonna watch my Christmas movie, whatever it is, and work on my Hobonichi cousin for 2025 and prepping next week's layout and things like that. So I'll leave that to check off a little bit later. Then I want to skip a line and do track orders, because that's a mess. I really don't know what's going on. Like, my Coffee Monster Co. order is making a pass through Indianapolis, which is bizarre. I don't know if just the tracking is weird. I feel like that's something like that's happened before where it's like been weird. And then my Happy Planner order, which is what I was gonna film today, didn't arrive yesterday like it was supposed to. It's closer than the Coffee Monster Co. one appears, but not really sure what that's about. So I'm gonna do a slash to do film and post this week plan with me, and I will finish that up. I'm going to work on laundry. I feel like my X's on this one are a little off. Yeah, I've been putting them like all over the place. It looks like this spread. I'm gonna work on some laundry. I already did the dishes. Fed the kitty. I feel kind of weird doing two versions of this, but I feel like it's necessary. Oh, that's what I get for flinging my stuff around. Y'all, I've had some of the weirdest like ink moments this week. I feel like we had like a spot over here, and then that just happened, and then I also had like a whole situation where my pen didn't want to write when I took it to the gym. It was really weird. Okay, so what I want to do is, this is why I capped everything. Okay, it's all gonna make sense here in a second. I am going to film again. I know I just got done saying like, what could I possibly be filming? I actually made the decision that I was gonna film next week's plan with me, and I was originally gonna take it off because I'm gonna do a blog style video type of thing that Saturday. So what I think I'm gonna do is a plan with me from Monday to Friday, then do the journal video vlog thing Saturday for, not this Saturday, for the 21st, and then take Sunday off through Christmas. I think that's what's gonna work. So in that vein, I actually am going to do something I have never done. Film next week setup, which is so freaking cool, and I'm so excited, and that's why I decided to do it. And then I am going to plan I'm just gonna say day off, which is 12/16. I could have written tomorrow in that amount of space. So I'm gonna let that dry and then I'm gonna wipe that out. I don't like that at all. Okay. And like I said, I'm gonna add something for watching, but I don't know what Christmas movie I want to watch yet. Like we watched Red One and then we literally got like maybe, I went through some banana nut muffins stuff with Hulu last night. So I wanted to watch the FX Christmas Story, which I think I've recommended on this channel before. It is for a mature audience. Like, do not watch this with your kids. Do not, it is a mature version. But it's really, really, really good. Because it's on FX, you can get it through Hulu. So I assumed that because I had the Hulu bundle, I could just log into the Disney app and ta-da. But not all titles are shared on the Disney Plus page, which I did not comprehend. So I have been wondering for months why Hulu kept sending me this like activate your thing email, and I was like, what are you talking about? And come to find out, if you are a bundle person, you still have to go, and I'm sure somebody is yelling into the video like, duh, but I didn't know this, and I'm not super tech savvy, let it be known. But I had to go in through Hulu. Well, first I had to go through my Disney Plus app, link the accounts, then I had to go log in through Hulu with the new like shared ID thing. So I did it downstairs. We get like 2 seconds into it and he's like, can we watch this upstairs? So we go upstairs. I had to do the login part all over again, which took a minute. And then we fell asleep. So I didn't do a watching bar because I don't really count it. I was listening to Children of the Watch on the way home. So I am going to make it that far with my water. I don't know that I'm gonna make it much farther than that, but if I do, I will mark it in. Like I said, I'm gonna let that dry and then I'm gonna white it out. Tomorrow was my day off and I'm very excited about it. It is much needed, but I'm actually going, normally I would take the day off and go to Ponce City for a few hours, like literally, I mean like 2 hours. However, I have really been jonesing to go kind of to my old neighborhood, my old side of town, which is like Alpharetta area, and I need to do some alterations, which means I need to go to the perimeter area because Nordstrom does free alterations if you've purchased it there. I also am a card holder, so I have like an alterations budget as well, even if it's not. So I'm going to take some things out there to be altered. I'm going to treat myself to some fried mac and cheese balls, and then I'm gonna wander on over to like North Point Avalon area. I'm just gonna kind of make a midday out of it and then try to get back on this side of town early afternoon, wrap up getting things ready for the week, literally wrap up some presents. So I'm looking forward to a day off. So I am so sorry for kind of shifting around the content schedule, but I don't think anybody's gonna mind because I think the planner videos are the fave around here. But that whole video is gonna happen. It's just gonna be next Sunday instead, no big deal. And I am gonna show off that other work planner. I'm just not 100% sure where it's gonna fit yet. So stay tuned for that little shuffle around. But until the next time I see you guys, enjoy creating your own little wonderlands, and I hope you're having the happiest of holidays. Bye, everyone.